So let's take a look at WTC final scenario for India. This is from Crick Info. India right now to reach to make sure they reach the WTC final have to beat Australia at least by 4-0 to qualify just on their own. There are other possibilities as well, but that will depend on the results of the other match, most notably for South Africa and Sri Lanka. So as an Indian, we would obviously want Pakistan and Sri Lanka to pull a match off each in South Africa. We don't want Sri Lanka to win 2-0. The best result would be 1-1. So let's take a look at this Crick Info article. They have put out the scenario for each of the teams to qualify. So currently there are 18 test matches to go for the WTC cycle, and they've given the scenario for India to reach. So for India to make sure that they reach the final just on their own, they need to beat Australia 4-0 hands down, and that is very highly unlikely to happen. So what that will do is they have given some other scenarios as well. Suppose if India lose to Australia 2-3, if India win two test matches in Australia and Australia win three, New Zealand draw their series with England 1-1, and South Africa drew at 1-1 at home in both their remaining series. And Australia drew 0-0 in Sri Lanka. 0-0 is highly unlikely once again. It will be either 1-1 or 2-0 because drawing a test match is very rare these days. If that happens, then India will end up with 53.51% points, Australia will top at 58, and both India and Australia will qualify for the WTC final. You can see the current points table as it is. Before the New Zealand series, India were standing at first with 74% points, and by losing three matches, their points dipped from 74 to 68 to 62 to 58. And I would say among all of these teams, South Africa has the strongest chance because if they win all of their four remaining matches, they will end up with 69% points. New Zealand, if they want to reach WTC final, they need to win 3-0 against England. That will take them to 64% points. If they lose one match, they will drop down to 57% points. Then again, their result will depend on the other matches. South Africa, like I said, has the best chance right now. If they win all four remaining matches, they will finish at 69% points. If they lose one, actually, if they draw one, they will end up with 64% points, and if they lose one, they will end up with 61. So I would say they can't afford to lose more than one test match. If they lose two, they would come down to somewhere around 54-55% points, and that would be good for other teams. Now, Australia right now has the strongest chance. I would say that they have a series at home against India. India's just lost 3-0 to New Zealand at home, so it's going to be very difficult for India to compete in Australia. However, I do wish that India will turn a surprise and win hands down. And then that series against Sri Lanka, you never know how it will go. Whether the Australia could beat Sri Lanka 2-0 in a completely one-sided series, but if Sri Lanka dishes out turning tracks and their batters bat well, then they may as well lose. Who knows? They may lose 2-0. If India beat Australia, let's say at least 3-2, and then Sri Lanka squares 1-1 or Sri Lanka win 2-0, then I think Australia will be out of the WTC final, and that would be best scenario for us. Sri Lanka likewise has four matches left, two in South Africa and two in Australia. The more matches it wins, better will be its chances. If it wins all four, it will again finish with 69% points, same as with South Africa. If they lose one and win three, so let's say they pull off one match in South Africa and then manage to beat Australia 2-0, they will finish with 61% points, and that will give them a huge chance of qualifying. And these are the only five teams which have any chance right now. England is pretty much done. Maximum they can reach by winning all of their matches is 48% points. I think they are likely to win at least one test match, if not two, in New Zealand. The conditions suit them. So I think not only England will go out of the WTC final with this New Zealand series, they will take down New Zealand as well by pulling one or two of the matches. Pakistan again has no chance. If they win all of their matches, they will finish on 52% points. And likewise, Bangladesh and West Indies don't have much of chances left. So that's all for this video. Let me know how you like uh, this video in the comment section.